Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac. Afterbirth. We could try to knock out a Hush run as someone who has not done the Hush. Is that really just Maggie now? That's funny. Sure, let's do a Hush run as Maggie. If we can get Mega Satan, awesome. Otherwise, whatever, right? Here's our seed. H9, F6, XBYL. I thought about doing greed mode, but I'm also conscious of the fact that we're going to be doing a lot of greed mode. So, taking an extra, video or so to knock out some things on the post-it note, going back to greed mode, knocking out some things on the post-it notes, etc., etc. I don't think it's a bad way to handle things. Try to keep some variety going here. Now, this is a little scary because we don't have a Spirit Heart. To beat Hush, we don't necessarily need a lot of damage. HP and range, I guess, are a more predictive factor for us. And you know what? We pretty much solved the range problem right away with Ludovico technique. That makes our life very, very simple for Hush, as long as we have enough HP to survive the fight once we actually get there. Wheel of Fortune. Can't do anything with it yet, unfortunately. So, it shouldn't be that tough. Maggie being so slow is really accentuating how annoying Ragman can be with those homing tears. This is why I'm trying to stay as far away from him as possible, but it's hard to do when he's like 4 times faster than you, apparently, but that's okay. Maybe we should just focus on Ragman instead of focusing on the spiders themselves. If we can keep the spiders far enough away to not really aggro, and then, hit them, obviously, when they come close enough to aggro, we should be able to handle this one relatively easily, and that's, pretty much exactly how this has gone so far. Kill this guy. Squeezy would be ideal here, so we don't have to shit our pants on the next boss fight. It's a speed upgrade, which is also very useful. And then Fistula. This is like the exact opposite of what you want to have happen on your first floor boss fight. That being said, we have Ludo. Ludo! And that's, you remember Ludacris. Biggest rapper of the quarter for a time, back in 03, baby. I guess he's in the Fast and the Furious movies these days. Ah! Okay, we're alive. It's not like he's hurting or anything like that, but hurting for a squirting, maybe. Now, what I was getting at before I got distracted by Ludacris, and also the ludicrous fact that we didn't get hit somehow, is we have Ludo so we can control with greater acuity where enemies will spawn, when they'll spawn, how they'll spawn, etc., etc. And that allowed us to get through that, basically. We can't respawn as Dark Judas. I've learned my lesson, so we just want the Pact here. If we get hit, we get hit. We're not going to get hit. Sorry, Dark Judas. In the future, I will not hesitate to take you, but the Pact is definitely our call here. Oh, the moonwalking is so beautiful. Moonwalk through this run. You know why they call it the Xbox 360? Because when you see it, you turn 360 degrees and moonwalk away. That's an old joke from... That's like an 05 banger right there. Golden Key, that I probably won't use on the first floor too, aggressively, but we'll see. That was bad damage, but at the same time, I didn't expect him to make it all the way over there. Ooh. If we get a bomb, we could get Champion Belt. And the way that we would facilitate that is by basically placing Wheel of Fortune right in between the donation machine and the shopkeeper. Ball of Tar is okay. And kind of going to town like that, but we'll see if that ends up becoming possible for us. As of right now, I'm not necessarily too, thinking that it's too likely, I guess, but we'll see. Lucky us. I saw how that room was looking and decided not to mess with it. I liked the way that it looked, I guarantee it, and I decided to just leave it as is. There's 1 cent and a luck upgrade. If you're only going to get 1 penny, that's how you want to do it. I think this is it for us on this floor. No champion belt. It's disappointing, but it's not that big of a deal. So now that we've taken a deal with the devil, the odds of us being able to fight Mega Satan are pretty low. So we should take the Polaroid, because it does give us a chance to get Dad's Key in those chests a little later. We can still get Dad's Key in like an item room or something like that, of course, but... Oh, come on. That was the worst 3 red chests of all time. And they interacted with one another in a very destructive way, but that's okay. Anyway, we're sitting pretty for now. We haven't lost our chance at a deal with the devil on this floor just yet. HP is looking good. At this point, we have fulfilled the criteria necessary to have a decent Hush fight. We have Ludo, which means we'll be going relatively fast, and we have good range. Relatively fast, important, so that we can actually get through to the Hush fight by 30 minutes and actually get, you know, to fight the Hush. The infinite range, of course, is important for obvious reasons. Apart from that, HP, more damage that is kind of like, I don't want to say interesting, but like cool tier effects is what I'm going for. Stuff like piercing shots that can allow us to easily crowd control the minions that it shoots out. And a better spacebar item for our purposes than Nuns, or not Nuns have it, but Yum Heart would be up there as well. Sure, Seraphim. I don't really know how Seraphim works, but I know that whenever I pick it up, chat goes, "Oh, Seraphim, GG!" But they also do that when I pick up Butterbean. So I can't tell which is, you know, the sarcastic, like sardonic one, and which is the real one. But I think Seraphim is actually like, I think it's good. But, you know, we are coming to the point where at some point soon I'll probably take a little bit of a perusal through the Binding of Isaac wiki and like platinummgod.co.uk and stuff like that. Not necessarily to get the banal minutia of, oh, this item's a 0 point whatever tiers up. If you're into that stuff, that's cool. I appreciate that your distillation of that knowledge trickles down to me. But it's not really my idea. My idea of how I want to like approach the strategy of the game. But if I can just figure out like what an item's theme is, like Seraphim, is it just a familiar? Is it a familiar that does damage? Is it a familiar that has a tier effect associated with it? Is it, you know, a familiar that gives us a better luck stat or something? If we can figure that out, then I can handle my shit. Can't believe we got to deal with the devil here. That's really lucky. Demon Baby is arguably not worth the pickup when HP is somewhat relevant, but I'm going to take it anyway, because with Ludo, we're a little vulnerable to enemies that kind of rush us down, so if I can have something to push them back, I think that's going to be good for us. Ludo is one of my favorite items. Completely changes the way you approach the game from an offensive standpoint, and I love it for it. There's also some really cool synergies that can show up as a result of it. I was just going to say, in my head, I had primed, thank you for not being a health down, and then it was a health down. That's pretty bad for us right now. Inside of our item room, we got Seraphim. We're not going to get anything from our shop. Maybe we will get a Spirit Heart from our shop, actually. We do want to go to the Curse Room, because we have Yum Heart. We have bombs. Could we use the bombs for something? Yeah, I think we could. Let's get out of here, pop that. Probably could have walked and opened this chest with the invincibility that we had, but that's okay. That's okay. So we've been to our item room, right. Could use a bomb there. I'm 50-50 on it. I have an idea that maybe Tinted Rocks might show up a little later. We don't really want anything here just yet, but we can get a lot of money with one bomb. So that's what I'm going to do. And that took us to 15 cents. I don't like the glowing hourglass yet. I know it's slander, but it's an item that doesn't appeal to my sensibilities for the game. It's not bad, it's game breaking, it's amazing, but I'm not the kind of guy who's like, okay, let's you know, take 45 minutes to do this run and you know, make sure it's completely min-maxed in exactly the proper way. It's just not my style, so the glowing hourglass is not something I'm interested in yet. That could change, you know? I've been warming up on the D20. It's taken me some time, but I'm getting there. I'm cracking these, and that was debatably a terrible decision as a result of the semi-obvious fact that I now have no keys and still wish to access our item room and shop. But I really thought that they would pay out with keys, and even though they didn't, it's not like they paid out terribly. Like, we're still sitting in a pretty good spot here. We got a lot of money, well, a decent amount of money, and a couple of bombs out of it. And if we get enough keys, I'd love to come back in here and open up these other golden chests. We're also not short on time at all. We're still like 2 minutes ahead of schedule in spite of the fact that I've done this room, so 2 minutes ahead of schedule for boss rush, which is ahead of schedule for the Hush fight, unless we want to do boss rush as well, at which point it becomes its own complicated like situation there. Gamble a little bit more. A blood bag would be nice. You know, we did get screwed out of the HP that we had. Actually, like at half the amount of HP you have when you start the game, so a little touch and go right now, but that's alright. I have faith. HP ups, usually fairly easy to come by. Spirit Hearts, Demon Hearts, you know, HP upgrade items, trinkets, etc., etc. There's a number of different means that we can use to accomplish that. We will use our key here. We will double our money. We will pick up the champion belt, which I've wanted for some time here. We'll pick up the card. The card is the lovers. It's not bad. Our pill was telepills, which is going to teleport us to our boss fight. Well, let's see if we get a deal with the devil. It's not my favorite telepills instance ever, but it's not like it's been terrible or anything like that. That was just kind of like wrong place, wrong time on that dodge there. This guy is totally screwed, obviously. We did get a deal with the devil, which is kind of amazing to me. Get a strength card, and we're going to be fighting Krampus. Not my favorite, not my least favorite. Please don't spin to win. That's going to be tough to deal with. Alright, he's dead. Yeah, pretty much no matter what he dropped, we're going to take. Head of Krampus is going to be, it's going to be good for us. For, like, this exact situation. Did our shots... Oh, I was like, our shot traveled through that enemy. And then I tried to shoot and it was broken. And I was like, oh no, what have I done? You freaking idiot. You got Ludovico technique. Is it Ludovico or Ludovico? It's Ludovico. Why do you even care? I have no idea. You know, I'm not going to get bent out of shape about the pronunciation. You know what I'm talking about? It's the purpose of language is facilitate easy communication between individuals, the spread of ideas and tasks and whatnot. And I think that we're at least meeting that base level of competence. So I'm not going to be too worried about it. Come on. Give me a blood or IV bag. IV bag. I don't really want to keep IV bag, but I'm happy that we've had it. The item room, there's this, well, let's try to make it in. We got hurt on the way in as well, so that was really bad. But we got a guppy item, though, and a health downgrade, which is worth keeping over the strength card. Although the strength card is awesome, health down, a little bit more long-term prudent. They can have similar functions on a deal with the devil, though. Or after a deal with the devil, I suppose. So there is a lover's card. We should go for it. We've slowed down a little bit here. Not a lot, but a little bit. No, we didn't use those. Where did the lover's card go? I suppose it doesn't matter all that much. Again, boss rush doesn't matter. Hush doesn't even really matter, because we're going to do it at some point in our lives. But I would like that some point to be now, if possible. I don't think this is worth using Krampus' head on. We'll probably use it on the big room that must be adjacent to our item room instead. So we got 3 bombs. It's not bad. We should have a chance at the Hush fight, though. Nod Leaf would just be a dynamite pickup. Didn't quite finish the job, but did well. Bob's Brain. I'll take it. I'll take it because we have Ludo, so I should be able to... Oh, there's a library. Actually, oh no, it's a double key room? That's a 2. Rerolls all consumables on the ground. What a colossal waste of everybody's time. Probably. Okay, now we get a fortune teller. We blow that up to get some bombs. Great damage on my part. We get 2 more bombs. We reroll all of these. We get a chest. The chest gives us more bombs. The pill is another health downgrade. Well, okay. I mean... It could have been worse, but it also wasn't good. We didn't get quite enough keys to feel great about going to that mob trap room again, or boss trap room again, but that's okay. We're still trucking along here. Could be better, could be a lot worse. Still plenty of time to get what we need to make the Hush fight work. So this is, normally, I probably wouldn't be too interested in the idea of doing boss rush here, because it's not our #1 priority for the... You know, the task to which we've assigned ourselves, which is beating Hush. However, in this case, we're so early for our boss rush that we might as well pay it some mind, you know? Like, we might as well give it a chance to actually work out. But the only way I would do it is if we got a teleport card. So, we're going to be looking to crack some skulls. Hopefully we can do it incidentally. Like, just do it while we're blowing up enemies with Bob's Brain. Accidentally. Incidentally. We'll see. For now, I would also, you know, if this is going to be our last shop, I would love to get some mapping. Not a very ambitious ask, but it would be nice. Okay. As long as we can kill that room without having to use anything but Krampus's head, I feel like that's okay. It was kind of a weak room to use it on to begin with, but as long as we don't have to do anything else after it, I can sleep well at night, you know? Wow, I can't believe we dodged these. We also, there's a little bit of an added benefit with Bob's Brain right now, which is incidental in and of itself, but it's like our 4th familiar back in line, 3rd familiar maybe, so it actually fires not right next to us, which is really important for avoiding, you know, getting hit by it. It makes it harder to aim as well, but considering the whole reason I have this item is just as a, why not, you know? Then it's pretty good for us in that context. You know, I basically picked it up for passive damage, and it's working out fine for that right now. So now that we've used bombs to get through here, why not use another bomb to get that one as well? Yeah, okay, that's worked out very nicely. Still no item rooms, still no teleport cards. We may as well fight our first boss. Found our 2nd secret room as well. Okay, now we've teleported into the deal with the devil. There's no doubt we'll be taking Guppy's Paw here. The odds of becoming Guppy are enough for us to be interested in. And I'm going to crack on it once. And then I'm going to take the health upgrade, I'm going to crack on it again. Reason is, absolute HP is something that matters for our... Oh, we're exiting out of this side. Absolute HP is something that matters for our survivability against Hush. That was an example of the Krampus, or not Krampus's head, but Bob's Brain trailing us actually being super valuable there. It hit when it otherwise should not have. Good. Good. As long as he doesn't do one more brimstone shot, we shouldn't get hit here. And that's a really good pickup for us, actually. Hopefully the HP still dropped. Yeah. I was like, I'm an idiot. I just left before they'd even resolved. That's okay. So, now we have 9 bombs, Bob's Brain. What are we looking for? Teleport cards, man. Teleport cards. If we can get some teleport cards, we can snag a free item out of Boss Rush. We got more than enough time to actually get to the Hush fight. That's not even like a contest. But we still have to beat Hush, which is not a guarantee. You know, we did super well against Hush last time. Which, again, these are going to be weirdly out of order. And by the way, I hear your complaints. People are like, stop uploading them out of order. I need to probably come up with a schedule that is like, maybe like 1 normal, 1 daily, 1 greed mode per day. Not super thrilled about taking that Eternal Heart there, but what's done is done. That way, I know what to post. Instead, I'm like, should I put out a daily today? I have 1 in the queue. Yes. Should I put out, like, what's the next run I should put out? I don't know. Probably, I guess the next closest one I recorded, but that might be like a day and a half behind the daily's progress. Like, it's hard because I'm building a backlog, basically. I'm not going to worry you with the inside baseball of it. You shouldn't be worried about it in either way, but I'm not going to bore you with the inside baseball of it. But basically, you know, I can't record more than 1 daily on the same day. So some days I record 1 daily, you know, 6 greed mode. Some days I do 1 daily and that's it. So the timeline of the episodes gets, like, a little bit strange. But, again, it's largely irrelevant, but I'll try to do better about that stuff. I don't think this is good enough. Because we have, you know, not that much time left, but a lot of money, I think we can afford to gamble until we get something awesome. Sad Onion was very close to a take for me. Pokeball's not worth it. Okay, instead we got Black Bean, so that'll show me. Probably should have stuck with maybe Black Bean. I want my maybe Black Bean, maybe Black Bean. It doesn't quite work, but the Chili's reference is in there. Chili's, maybe Black Bean. Sort of works. Don't rotate! I didn't want you to rotate this time. Okay, this is where we're going to look for our teleport card. I have no idea where I've placed my Ludo shot. There it is. Ludo! Oh, it's a Temperance card, which is not really worth much. Okay, keep moving. There's another great room to look for teleport cards here. Put this down. Blow it up. We got a half a red heart and literally nothing else. That's incredibly disappointing. This guy's making waves here. Wheel of Fortune. Pretty much exactly the same MO here. Man, okay. It's alright. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. Going kind of deep on this, because let's be honest, I don't really make a habit of using bombs in too many other situations, so I don't mind using them here. This is another great room to look for a teleport card on. Unfortunately, homing bombs has undermined me a little bit, but that's my own fault for doing that in the first place. Boss rush is not that relevant. It's not like the difference between a win and a loss, but it could be the difference between, like, awesome synergies and no synergies, so might as well give it a shot, right? We have not seen our shop yet, speaking of which. Speaking of shot, we have not seen our shop. Bad damage, but black hearts make this easier. Now we're kind of getting to the point where, like, I just can't make it in time. Like, I won't be able to make it to our boss rush in time. And it's not really disappointing, but it'd be nice if we could. Oh well. Faded Polaroid. I mean, it's probably better for us at this point. We might still be able to make it, but it's gonna be tight. Take a Spirit Heart. What's our pill? 48-hour energy. Take this. It's Empress. It's good enough. We're not going to do boss rush anyway, so I don't give a shit, basically, if we make it in time. Let's do one more room on the way, just to guarantee that I don't rush myself into taking too much dumb damage. Whoop. Almost got me. You lucky so-and-so. And, of course, that was just slow, or just fast enough that we may still have an outside chance of making it to boss rush if I really book it. And you're gonna have to really book it here. Now I'm just doing it for the bragging rights. I'm like, can we do it? Can we make it in time? Can we beat Mom in 6 seconds? I wonder if I'd nutted up and actually taken the chance of hitting myself with Bob's brain, we probably could have done it. But oh well, that's fine. We're like, probably gonna be like 10 seconds short. Good. Now we're not tempted. We will take the Polaroid. And I'm kind of like, maybe we should take Guppy's paw because we're going to get HP on our next floor, but Krampus's head is probably an invaluable addition here. Let's head downwards. We do have to book it a little bit. We've only got about 5 minutes per floor. These are big floors. We'll probably be fine. I was like, there's got to be an enemy around here somewhere. I felt around, I used my feelers, I used my antenna, and then I ended up getting myself hit like an idiot. Sorry, like a chump. Hey, like a chump. Hey. Anyway, keep moving. It's not an all-star slam dunk, no doubt Maggie win here. It's, I mean, like, we're in a good spot. But it could be better. It can always be better. At this point, I guess what we should focus on for sure is make sure you have enough keys to get to the 2 item rooms and the shop on the blue womb. We need to make it in time as well, but that's hopefully implicit at this point. I don't need to necessarily, you know, state that every time. There's a key. And I definitely think our Krampus's head charges are better served on big rooms than boss rooms. Most boss rooms are just going to be kind of an exercise in dodging. We'll just place our Ludo shot over top of somebody and wait for them to die. I think that we're probably going to need to pay our HP, I should say, to go into the curse room. And we will because we're 1 item away from becoming Guppy. So, I don't love losing 2 Spirit Hearts to fight 6 spiders, but there's enough of a reward in that risk-reward curve for me to consider it. And it didn't work out. Shit happens. Let's just go right ahead and fight the Fallen, where we may actually get our another chance at becoming Guppy. Plus, there's always just the random deal with the devil chance regardless. This is not the best floor I've ever had in terms of my own gameplay. That's okay. We got the mark. That's pretty good. Down to the next floor. Nothing really holding us here, except the hunt for more keys, but the time is a more pressing concern. Curse of the Maze. One of the lesser curses for us to be worried about. There's our 3rd key. So that's, you know, both item rooms, 2 shops. Bit of a panic Krampus's head there, but I like it. Golden bombs. That's pretty good. So I'm thinking we don't... we probably blow everything up. Whoa, where have I gone? I was going to blow everything up in there. But now that we've teleported, I've decided instead it's more prudent for us to just walk. Golden bombs. I mean, we have decent bombs, so we should use them. And against Pin, it's going to be like a pretty hard counter if we actually hit him. That is. He'll be done. Good. Don't use any keys. I was trapped. I didn't realize there were chasms on both sides of us. That's okay. Everything's okay right now. One of the benefits, and it feels weird about saying this, but one of the benefits of having a really, really long charge item like Krampus's head in this situation is that it doesn't matter for the Hush fight. It's kind of weird to frame that as being a positive, but I think you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter if we have Krampus's head ready for the Hush fight. It would be nice if we could have it, and I would probably pay 5 cents for a battery charge just to be prudent, but what do we care, right? Like, if we have it ready for the Hush, great. If we don't have it ready for the Hush, we're using Ludo like 99% of the time for his damage anyway. So it really does not matter. And what does matter, possibly at least, health up is good. It's actually health down, but whatever. What does matter potentially is having Krampus's head ready for Mom's Heart, where it could save us from taking, you know, 1 or 2 hits fairly easily. It's fairly easy to concoct a scenario in your head where that ends up mattering. Good, good. One more. And he's dead. And this is our boss fight. I would love to use Krampus's head here. But this guy doesn't even know he's in the fight yet, and he's already 99% dead. Okay. Would be dope to get a deal with the devil here as well. No, not interested. We'll open it on the chest, or on the blue womb instead. I would like to check the items on the blue room, or the golden chest in the blue womb, just to see. You can get like a Steven or something like that. Guppy's head, maybe? Yeah. It's a great attack. There's not much in the way, or not much you can do to get out of the way of that. Oh, it's a Guppy's hairball. We're Guppy. That's big for us, because now we'll generate flies on the Hush fight. Mind you, we only have 6 HP. That's a little scary. This could be where this run ends. But I hope it isn't. Okay, so the trinket, I think it might even be worth trying. Proptosis is, without a doubt, our pickup here. Means that, unfortunately, it means that we want to stand like right next to the enemy. We got small rock Proptosis. It will still give us a damage bonus even when it's far away, is my understanding. Even though this is a speed downgrade, I think we probably want the HP up from Thunder Thighs. Oh, we are just fucking glacial now. Okay, try this. It's Judgment. I'm gonna play him, but I also really, really want to buy the trinket, the Mom's Box, and the reason is the trinkets have that's good. The trinkets have double efficacy from Mom's Box. So if we get a good trinket, or even really any trinket in this case, then it's advantageous for us, I think. What's our pill? We can't buy it. I'll blow this guy up to try to buy it. We're still killing things quickly. I'm still going to try the pill. I think it's a good use of our donation resources. Paralysis. It ended up not obviously being a good use of our donation resources, but that's okay. And oh my god, we got Cricket's head as well. Talk about choosing the right one of those. Alright, so I really don't care about standing right next to Hush. I think that's gonna be, if you're doing this seed and you're like, I gotta be right in there. First off, 2 out of 10 Richard Nixon impression. You got some work to do, okay? But I really feel like our damage bonus is gonna be so high, we don't need to be right in there. Will it be advantageous for us to be in there? Yes. But will it outweigh the risk of taking extra damage? Absolutely not. And we're actually like tearing through Hush right now. It's basically not even close. It'll get harder as he starts spawning more and more minions, and we're kind of seeing that right now. Just trying to make sure I'm getting Bob's brain in there whenever it's appropriate. And we're just summoning so many flies as well that, you know, that's where a lot of our damage comes from, quite clearly. Just try to keep our Ludo tier, you know, in the fight here. Most enemies still die in like 1 hit. Well, the real test will be the flies when they have shown up a little bit, but those guys are really, really annoying when it comes to their overall HP, so there'll be a bit more of a test for us. But this is a really, really fast Hush fight. And you know what? I think we owe a lot of it to Small Rock. We owe a lot of it to Proptosis. We owe a lot of it to Cricket's Head. We just got pretty insanely lucky with the number of damage ups we got. And not just damage ups, but like really, really meaningful damage ups as well. So this is going to be our last character that needs to beat Hush. That's amazing that Maggie was actually after the Lost, but it's just funny, basically. Not that Maggie was harder to beat Hush with than the Lost. That is the end of this fight. So simple. That was like incredibly simple for us. We got Purity. Don't really know what it does. That's okay. Another achievement unlocked, added to the collection. Curse Ode to Maze. I mean, we're actually like at more risk on this floor than I think we are against Hush, because bomb flies are going to be super annoying, but assuming we can summon enough of our own flies, like, are we going to be summoning more flies on average than we're going to be losing on average? Probably. That was the worst use of Krampus's head. So, wow, yeah, okay, you know what? I've decided I'm not actually worried at all, based on the fact that we just killed Satan before he could even spawn his second phase. Good. You know what? I'm very, very pleased with this run. Not only because RNG worked for us, but there were a couple of floors where we were pretty close to, you know, we took some, we lost all our Spirit Hearts, and then we had to, like, get through the entire floor without taking red heart damage to qualify for a deal with the devil, and we did it! So, stuff like that, I'm proud of it. Bombs are key. That's beautiful. Now we can actually, we can't do that room anymore, but we actually can open our chests on the chest. And there's a chance that there's Mega Satan. If there's if there's Dad's Key, I should say, we fight Mega Satan, should kill him just as easily as we've killed everything else over the back half of this run. And if we're not gonna get like any key drops, that Bombs Are Key pill is huge. Basically, we got a pill that gave us 4 items. Well, this is a dead end. If this is a dead end, I doubt this is gonna be our not Krampus, but our Isaac fight up here. Could be wrong. Yeah, okay, I was wrong. It's happened before and will probably happen again. I don't know, I don't really feel like using Krampus's head here if we're just gonna kill him anyway. So, now we hope for Dad's Key. It's not likely, but it could happen. No curse. Get Undefined. So I think we will take Undefined. Hopefully it can still give you the ability to get error rooms, and if it can, this is pretty fun, because we can just loop kind of endlessly. If not, not that this is necessarily a bonus, but it's like a really fast way to teleport close to the end of the game, oftentimes, close to the end of the floor at least, which is the end of the game in this situation. Obviously, like Sack of Pennies, Fear Shot, I'm not thrilled about. They're not items I was necessarily looking for, but that's okay. I'm saving 48-hour energy until maybe we, you know, use it on our next charge or something like that, just to mix it up a little bit. Because if we can just get there on our first charge, then we shouldn't use 48-hour energy, because we could use it for our next floor instead to try to facilitate the same thing. Now we have enough keys to do another run of this floor. Let's teleport. Okay, it's 48-hour energy. Let's teleport. Let's pick up a battery. Let's teleport. Let's pick up a battery. Let's teleport. Wow! That is unexpected. Don't fall into the trap necessarily of thinking just because we teleported to that secret room 4 times, the same secret room, that now it's been fixed and you're always only going to teleport to the secret room. That might be true, but we can't say with authority that it is or it isn't. It could just be a statistical aberration. Either way, great run. I had a really fun time on that one. I hope you did as well. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.